Hey Danielle, this is Frank from Max Digital, and I wanted to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing your website. Alright, so I was looking at your website and I noticed you guys service multiple areas here and you have multiple different services, which is great. A lot of good stuff on this site. One thing I did want to point out is that Google looks for 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage for them to consider you an authoritative site or an expert in your niche. So one recommendation might be, if you're looking to rank higher on the Google search page over here, to add some more content to your site. So there's three different sections to this page, just I'm sure you know, but the top is the advertising section. Then you got the Google Map Pack here, and then down below is the organic section. And so I wanted to let you know that the organic section is ranked based on the strength of your content and your backlinks profile. So I wanted to compare your content to Len the Plumber, who is the first actual ranking website after Angie's List directory site, and is considered the strongest plumbing site in the Washington DC area, which I know you guys service. So anyway, back to your site. Like I said, it would help in the ranking process if you had the 1,500 to 2,000 words that Google looks for them to consider you an expert site. Definitely, you want to have more words than your competitor has. You have about 1,100 words right now on this page, so that's one recommendation. But if your content needs to also be very dense in local buyer intent keyword phrases, and those are the phrases that people are actually frequently typing into the Google search bar, and that's phrases that you want your site to be found for. And so the more that these keywords are mentioned in your content, the more relevant Google's going to see your site to the searched phrase. And so that's why you want to have your content be dense in those keyword phrases. And that's also why you need to have a good amount of content, because it allows you to use those keyword phrases more frequently. So then that's content in a nutshell. I wanted to just show you, I use this site called Eros to analyze different websites. This is your website right here. And you can see you're currently ranking for 293 keyword phrases. When you look here, these keyword phrases are more like national keyword phrases because they're not necessarily referencing the location and the service. So this one's obviously referencing the service, for example, but not necessarily the location. And so when people are searching for a plumber, say in Washington, DC, they're going to search some kind of a plumbing term as well as the location, or they'll say near me, which your device where it's registered is going to know to associate the location to it. But let me just show you what I'm talking about. So Len the Plumber was the competitor site, and just so you can see on here, this lentheplumber.com, it's actually a back page. They have a location page for the different areas they service, and it's the back page that's actually ranking here. So looking here, I'm using the back page, and you can see on that back page they're ranking really highly. This is the position that they rank, so they're in the top 5 for each of these different keyword phrases here. And this is all the different variations that somebody might type into the search bar if they were looking for a plumber in Washington, D.C. And then here, this volume column here, this is the number of searches on average per month for each of these keyword phrases. So you can see there's a huge opportunity. If you are listed on the first page of Google, you're going to be able to participate in some significant percentage of that volume. So that is what I wanted to show you on content. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about, and last thing I wanted to talk to you about, was backlinks. So backlinks are just links from other websites over to your website, and they act as an endorsement of your site, and Google sees that other sites are linked to you. It tells them that your site is relevant or important, and so they reward you for that in the ranking process. So backlinks provide power to your rankings, but you have to be making sure that you're ranking not only linking not only to more sites than your competitor, but also to better quality sites. So you can get penalized if you're linked to spammy sites, and you get rewarded if you're linked to more authoritative or other trusted sites in Google's eyes. So you can tell what sites Google trusts based on this DR score. Every site has a DR score. The DR score is the trust score, and the higher the DR score, the better. So a really good site has a DR score of 30 or higher. And so let's just take a look at your backlinks quantity, 48 and 23 from 23 unique referring domains. Compare that to your competitor site here, which doesn't actually have many. Well, it has more than you though, but Again, this is the back page for them. So they and they have a good DR score, which means that their links are really good. So what you could do is you can go and check on who they're linked to and go out to those sites that have the higher DR scores and try to pull those sites or link those sites back to yours. So that's what you need to do on the to rank on the first page, is just add some more content. Make sure you use the local buyer intent keyword phrases. And I would recommend, since you do service multiple areas, that you do what Len the Plumber is doing here, which is creating a back page for each one of those locations, because that'll allow you to use those keyword phrases specific to each location a good number of times, and that'll make it very obvious to Google that they need to basically associate your site with what is being searched for. And then if you continue to add backlinks and making sure they're only the quality backlinks, you're going to be able to outrank Len the Plumber here and participate in all that volume that I was showing you before. And that volume that I was showing you before, by the way, that's just as a reminder, that's only the plumbing term. So, you can do the same exercise on, leak detection, Washington, DC, or plumber, Alexandria, Virginia, or whatever, water heater installs, and they're all going to have their own individual search volume. So if you build out those location pages and a service page for each service, you're going to be able to rank in a lot of different first pages of the results. Google results page. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you wouldn't mind just leaving me a reply to the email to let me know that you watched the video and whether you found it helpful or not, or if there's information missing that you think would be useful for future videos, I could do that. That would be very helpful to me so that I can continue to add value to small businesses. Thanks and have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you.